こんにちは、皆さん。今日、私たちは日本語を勉強しています。質問があれば、私に聞いてください。Greetings, everyone. Today we're studying Japanese. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask me at any time. We're continuing with Immersion with Card Captor Sakura.
走ってる。お母様負けず嫌いですから。動けない。
Ugokenai, I'm unable to move. And this is just drawn out of the nai. Why that's there. Okay, so Ugokenai.
動けない。お花で溺れちゃう。動けない。お花で溺れちゃう。お花。
Let's see. Ohana de. Let's see. That looks like your what?
で溺れちゃう。
Oborecha. Oborecha. This is probably from Oborete Shimao. So oboreru, to struggle in the water, to sink below the surface and become unable to breathe. To indulge and to lose one's head over something. So in this case, it's like sink below the surface. She's sinking below the surface level of the flowers. So ohana de oborechau, or I'm gonna or without contractions, ohana de oborete shimau, or I'm gonna end up sinking below the flowers. Oboreru. Ohana de oborechau.
動けない。お花で溺れちゃう。ここで。動けない。お花。
I'm drowning in flowers.
で溺れちゃう。ここで魔法を使うんですの。
ここで魔法を使うんですの? Are you gonna use magic here? ここで魔法を使うんですの?
ここで魔法を使うんですの。誰も見てないよ。魔法を使うんですの。誰も見て。
誰も見てないよ. So everyone not able to see, or in other words, no one will be able to see. 誰も見てないよ. Yeah, though daremo tends to be used in the negative sense in Japanese, you never really see it get used in the positive sense, but it's more literally meaning like everyone is not able to. It's sort of like shika, how it can only be used in the negative sense. You don't really see daremo being used in the positive sense. You see daredemo being used in the positive sense, though. Yami no chikara o Himeshi Kagiyo, or dark power, hidden inside of the key, or sealed inside of the key. Himeshi, too hard, too hard to keep oneself. Okay, so, and this himeshi is basically an archaic way of saying himeta. And they're using the archaic way because this is a magical spell after all. Let's see, or the another way of key that holds the power of darkness, essentially. Basically, Himeshi saying it's within it.
闇の力を秘めし限よ。真の姿を我の前に示せ。
真の姿を我の前に示せ。True form before me show. In other words, show your true form before me. 真の姿を我の前に示せ。
力を秘めし限よ。真の姿を我の前に示せ。契約のもと、さくらが命じる。
契約のもと、さくらが命じる。Or, under contract, Sakura commands. Or the Sakura under contract commands. And this is the same Yaku as in Yaku Soku promise. See, the translator puts it as, by the terms of our pact, Sakura commands. Keiyaku no moto.
闇の力を秘めし限よ。真の姿を我の前に示せ。契約のもと、さくらが命じる。レディース。さくらが命じる。レディース。前に示せ。契約のもと、さくらが命じる。レディース。
Ririsu or Fuin. Kaijo, termination, Kaijo. From unravel, no explanation, then division, abolish, remove. So unravel, remove, or termination, okay. So Kaijo. And this is Fuin, which is seal and then stamp. So like a stamp, seal, and then termination, so release. Fuin Kai Sho. Fuin Kai Jo. Yeah, Fuin Kai Jo. Ulai. Okay, the kanji used for soar, used in words like kakeru, to soar, to fly. Yappari, cloud card no show.
やっぱりクローカードの仕業かな。
Shoza kana. Let's see. Adverb fukushi. Okay. Oh, she was okay. Deed, act, action, one's doing. She was okay. This is made from a 10, doing, official, and then business, vocation, arts, performance. So it's someone's performance or doing, or in other words, it's the deed one's doing. So yappari cloud kado no shiwaza kana. Okay. So apparently this okay, notice how it has the like the thinking to yourself particle at the end of it. As if you're saying something to yourself. This isn't so much a question, but this is basically a statement being a question being used like a statement. So in other words, like as yappari cloud cutter no let's see, she was or as I thought I guess this is the doing of a cloud card. Like with the ka having the nuance of not stating it in such a definitive way. And in Japanese, they use ka, so I guess it would be more literally like in Japanese saying, is this the, it's as I thought, is this the doing of the cloud card? But you're literally saying it like more like a statement, not as a question. It's a way of basically stating things in an indefinite way.
Yappari クローカードの仕業かな。こんな時は専門家に聞いてみるのが一番ですわ。やっぱりクローカードの仕業かな。こんな時は。
See. この時は this kind of time or maybe this time この時は
専門家に聞いて
天文機に聞いてみる So let's see. So, to say look No, let's see, no ga ichiban desu wa. Let's see, kiteru, miru, to hear, see, let's see. Oh, maybe this is the try miru. So try to hear, maybe? Let's see, and then Sinmonka. Specialist, expert, professional, authority, pundit, let's see. Let's see, made from specialty, exclusive, mainly solely, gate, counter, and then house, home, family, professional, expert. Sinmonka. Let's see. この時は専門家に聞いてみるのが一番ですわ。So, try to hear from this time. Try to hear from the expert. In times like these, it's best to ask an expert. So, kona toki, in this type of time, senmonka ni kiite miru. So, okay, so this kite is the ask kite. So to ask an expert, so try to ask an expert. So what is the... What does the Ichiban do in... as a supplant adverb meaning the best, the most, the ideal course of action. Oh, so in other words, as best. So it's a superlative adverb, okay. So they're not saying number one in this case, they're saying the best. So in times like these, trying to ask an expert would be the best. Kono toki wa... Okay, senmonka. So gate, house, and specialty gate and then house. Kono toki wa senmonka ni kiite miru no ga ichiban desu wa. Kono toki wa senmonka ni kiite miru no ga ichiban desu wa. So in times like these, it was best to ask an expert. Or it's best to try to ask an expert. It's probably a better translation.
やっぱりクローカードの仕業かな。こんな時は専門家に聞いてみるのが一番ですわ。どこに持ってたの？
どこに持ってたの？ So, where? Motte is to hold. Let's see. So, moteta would be continuously holding, have been holding. But why are you using doko? Where have you been? Oh, where have you holding it? In other words, where have you been keeping it? Where have you been keeping that phone all this time? As in on their person, like, I guess. Doko ni moteta no?
こんな時は専門家に聞いてみるのが一番ですわ。どこに持ってたの？
I noticed she just pulls it out of nothing almost. Unless it was already in her hand.
やっぱりクローカードの仕業かな。こんな時は専門家に聞いてみるのが一番。
And she literally just pulls the phone out of nothing.
やっぱりクローカードの仕業かな。こんな時は専門家に聞いてみるのが一番ですわ。どこに持ってたの？今やケルベロススーパースペシャルや。
I don't know what game that's from.
どこに持ってたの？
今やケルベルススペシャlet's see ペシャルスペシスパスペシャルoh, super special. Okay, that's right, super special. Supasu pesharu. So now, do it now. Do Kiroberusu's super special. Konnichiwa, Nanamai3. Genki desu ka? How are you? Let's see. Nanamai3 wa Genki desu toimashita. Good to hear. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. The Imaya Keruberusu super special ya.
どこに持ってたの？今やケルベロススーパースペシャルや。
Uria. Watashi mo. Oh, I'm also Genki. See, Uria. Yeah, that's just an interjection. I was wondering if they'd have the interjection in the dictionary, but I guess not. Uria.
どこに持ってたの？今やケルベロススーパースペシャルや。うぎゃー、ワイの必殺技が。
Ugia. Why no something?
ケルベロススーパースペシャルや。うぎゃー、ワイの必殺技が。
Hisatsu. Hisatsu Waza. Killer technique. Surefire assassination method. Special lethal move. Hisatsu Waza. From invariably certain inevitable. Kill, murder, butcher, slice off, split. Okay, yeah. And then skill, art, craft, ability, feat, performance. So inevitable kill technique essentially is the kanji. Or killer technique. Hisatsu Waza. So why no Hisatsu Waza ga? So in other words, my killer technique. And then this right here says Keitai Denwa. Let's see. And the kanji for this is portable. I guess belt is probably where it comes from. Belt or sash. Portable belt, sash, electricity talk. As you know, Denwa by itself is just phone, and Keitai Denwa is cell phone. And then Chakushin on ringtone, which comes from arrive, faith, trust, and then sound. So the sound you can trust when a call is arriving, I guess, or ringtone. Chakushin on. Keitai Denwa no Chakushin on. And why no Hisatsu Waza.
ケルベロススーパースペシャルやうりゃうぎゃーワイの必殺技がなんやワイは今悲しみのずんどこなんやうぎゃーワイの必殺技が
なんやwhy wa.
ワイは今悲しみのずん
Let's see. Okay, like kame wa something. Kame tortoise turtle, and then oh kamehameha. Oh, that's what you're trying to say. Kamehameha. Yes, that would be an example of that type of technique, yes. Let's see. Zundon means don. Let's see. Zundo means don something. Donha or Let's see. Donha Don Zoku. Let's see. Don Zoku. Oh, I see what you're saying. So, don in that kanji means don zoku. Let's see. Bang, boom, thump, crash. Okay. Surprisingly enough, dictionaries really don't have that word in them at all. Let's see. Continuing. Kanshimi. Kanashimi, sadness. Kanashimi. Wai wa ima kanashimi no zundoko. Zundoko nanya. It's probably the interrogative non, so Zundoko. Explain the grammar of this. Let's see. Zundoko. A rhythmic onomatopoeic or reference to the Zundoko meme rhythm. In this poetic context, it acts as a noun describing a rhythmic state of being or a repetitive pounding feeling associated with sadness. What is the Zundoko rhythm? See, I am currently in a rhythmic pounding of sadness, or more naturally, I'm just going through a sad pounding rhythm right now. Let's see. The core rhythm is onomatopoeic chant of zun 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 zundoku. It typically consists of a steady beat zun followed by a quicker syncopated double beat zundoku. In songs, this phrase acts as a hayashi, instrumental interlude, or refrain between lyrical verses, encouraging listeners to clap or dance. Original meaning. Okay, the original origin of the word zundoku is debated, but the two main theories exist. Marching boots. It mimics the sound of soldiers marching heavily. Zun zun. This theory is supported by the song's popularity as a military song, gunka, among Japanese Marines in 1937 during the Second Sino-Japanese War. See, cannon fire. Some suggest it represents the heavy rhythmic booms of artillery. Zun don. general automatopoeia. It can also simply move steadily or quickly, or one after another. Don don do. Coach Revolution. The rhythm has evolved through several famous iterations. Traditional naval version. Originally a melancholic folk song about parting with a lover, sung by soldiers. Okay, the Drifters, 1969. Comedic group Drifters transformed it into an upbeat, jazzy novelty in the hit Drift no Zundoku Bushi, making it a staple of Japanese pop culture. Let's see. Kiyoshi Hikawa, Interstar Kiyoshi Hirokawa released Kiyoshi no Zundoku Bushi, which modernized the rhythm as a Bon Odori summer festival dances, ensuring its continued relevance today. Okay. In the context of your previous sentence, sadness Zundoku, the rhythm metaphorically represents a heavy pounding or relentless feeling of sadness that repeats like a drum beat or marching feet. So in other words, he's describing his sadness like hits of a rhythmic drum just constantly pounding him in rhythm, essentially. So Zundoku nan. So kanashimi. Okay. Sadness. So Nanya wae wa ima kanashimi no zundoku nanya. Or what is it? I'm in a state of I'm in a state of rhythmic sadness right now. Not sure how you would translate that. Actually, let's see what they have to say about translations. See, what's up? I'm just feeling down right now. I'm feeling really down right now. Okay. Doesn't really get the nuance across, though. So, Nanya wai wa ima kanashimi no zundoku nanya.
うぎゃーワイの必殺技がなんやワイは今悲しみのずんどこなんやケロちゃん大変なのなんやワイは今悲しみのずんどこなんや
Kiro-chan, taihen nano. Well, Kiro-chan, there's a major problem. Major incident, major problem. Let's see. He mistook the word because he was really sad. Okay. Zundoku sounds funny for Japanese. I don't know. That description seems to say that Zundoku was the correct word for it. Sora Cloud no Shiwazaya. So I believe that's like well. So well, oh, that is the doing of a cloud card. Let's see. Oh, that is or look or so it's either used to say like look or that is. In this case, I guess that is. So Sora, cloud card or no shiwazaya. So that is the doing of a cloud card. Oh, any questions so far? Okay, so continuing. Let's see, shiwaza. See, that kanji came from business and doing or ten, okay.
大変なの。そらクローカードの仕業や間違いない。
Let's see. 間違いない so 違いない is from 違う so to differ, so to not differ. But 間違う that's like a moment in time you differ, which is their word for wrong. So 間違う is wrong. So 間違いない is not wrong. So in other words, he's saying he's not wrong. Or she's not wrong. Yeah, that does look like the doing of a cloud card. You're not wrong. 間違いない。
悲しみのずんどこなんや。ケロちゃん、大変なの。そらクローカードの仕業や間違いない。やっぱりもう校庭がお花でいっぱいよ。や間違いない。
やっぱりもう
校庭がお花。
これがお花でいっぱいよ。I know いっぱい is like feeling of something. So Kote school courtyard. Okay, schoolyard. School playground. School grounds, campus, kote. So it's used for the kanji for school and the kanji for courtyard or niwa or garden. Remember we saw this kanji before in Nakaniwa, which is that inner courtyard that was inside of the building went inside around of the museum went inside of the courtyard, and so that because it was inside and surrounded by the building, they called it the Nakaniwa, or the basically their inner courtyard that they had. So this is not an inner courtyard, as it's not surrounded completely by buildings, but this is the school courtyard, so it's kote. See. So ohana de, so that by means of flowers, and then ipai full. So let's see. Yapari mo no kote ga ohana de ipai yo. So as I thought, let's see, filled with flowers, but what's the mo doing here though? Mo tends to have like an already meaning to it. Let's see. Is he trying to say the school's courtyard is already filled with flowers? Or does she mean something else? Let's see. Naka ni wa shiteru n da ne. Mo already. Yeah, okay. Let's see. They're saying, sure enough, the schoolyard is already filled with flowers. So yes, they're using the already here, yeah. Interesting enough, they said that the yapari here is not like I knew it, as in I expected something, but they're saying it's being used to mean sure enough. Explain the yapari used in because I thought the yapari was in reference to as I thought it was a cloud card, but let's see. As I thought, or just as expected, the speakers likely anticipated the schoolyard would be full of flowers at this time. Perhaps due to okay. Let's see. Functions as an expression of confirmation or realization of an expectation. Okay, so this yapari has to be not about the courtyard. It's about, like, this is a cloud card, as I thought. So yapari, mo kote ga ohana de ippai yo. Okay, so that's. Toriaizu, doko kara, doko kara hana ga, tonde, tonde kiteru ka. So, for the time being, toriaizu, which more literally means, take, let's see, take endure, but it's in negative form. Don't take endure. But as it gets used, it means, like, for the time being. Let's see. From where, flowers come flying from. So where, and then this is in a continuous sense, because since the flowers are continuously falling. So in other words, for the time being, where are the flowers flying from, or where they're coming from, essentially. Let's see, to splatter, to scatter. So where it's scattering from, I guess you could also consider it that. Anyway, let's see, I wonder where all these flowers are coming from. Toriaizu, doko kara hana ga tonde kiteru ka. And he's using kite since it's coming to them. The flowers are falling on them, so that's why he's using kite. It's coming from some location to them.
もう校庭がお花でいっぱいよ。とりあえずどこから花が飛んできてるかよう観察してみ。お花でいっぱいよ。とりあえずどこから花が飛んできてるかよう。
よ観察してるみ。Kansatsu, observation, surveying, watching. So do surveying, I guess. Kansatsu. Let's see. Oh, that's right. He speaks Kansai bin, so yo can also be I think that's another way of saying yoku. So then shitemi, I think that's supposed to be short for shitemiru, if I remember correctly. So in other words, try surveying well. I think that's what he's saying. In other words, do a survey of the place. Let's see. Explain the grammar of this. It is Kansai bin. Let's see, yeah. Yo is a contracted Kansai bin, form of the standard Japanese verb yoku, meaning well or frequently, okay. Kansatsu is noun since for observation or watching. When combined with the verb sudo, it forms kansatsu sudo, meaning to observe. Shitemi is the te form of the verb sudo combined with the auxiliary verb miru, which indicates trying action. In Kansai bin, the standard te miru often contracts or shifts in pronunciation. While shitemi is understandable, Kansai speakers might also use shimite or similar variations depending on the specific regional flavor. Osaka versus Kyoto. The core meaning is trying to observe or have a look. So yes, try observing surveying the area or looking around well, essentially. This kanji comes from outlook, appearance, and then guess, presumes, surmise, understand, okay. So, yo kansatsu shite mi. Asoko over there.
よう観察してみ。あそこ。絶対負けないわよ。
絶対負けないわよ. I will absolutely not lose against you. Yeah, so absolutely, I will absolutely not lose.
絶対負けないわよ。助けて。
助けて or save me at 誰か someone. うまくちゃう Let's see, うまくちゃう So to be buried, umaru. So this is umat. Let's see, umate shimau, which gets contracted into umak chau. So I'm going to end up being buried. So umaru. This is intransitive. Umak chau.
早く高いところに避難しないと。
早く、高いところに、早く高いところに、something, しないと。
早く高いところに避難しないと。早く高いところに避難しないと。早く。
Oh, Hinan. Hinan, taking refuge, made from evade, avoid, avert, ward off, and difficult. Oh yeah, so from Musukashi, yeah, difficult, impossible, trouble, or accident. So avoid trouble, or in other words, take refuge. Hinan. Hayaku, takai tokoro ni, hinan shinai to. So in other words, let's see. But more literally, like with you not taking refuge to higher ground, which is basically another way of saying, take refuge to higher ground. Basically, he's with To, it's a way you can link two things together. Hence why it often gets translated as an if, like if you don't do this kind of thing. But more literally, it is a saying, with this comes this, and those two things go together. But here he doesn't have to say what the other thing is because he already knows it. So in other words, saying, if you do not get to higher ground, basically saying you should probably get to higher ground. So, hayaku takai tokoro ni hinan. Okay, hayaku takai tokoro ni hinan shinai to. Bokutachiga moteru kara ne. So, we will hold this. And it's continuous because they're going to be continuously holding it. Bokutachiga moteru kara ne.
早く高いところに避難しないと。僕たちが持ってるからね。
さくらちゃん。さくらちゃん。クローカードね。 の状況は
Let's see. Donaya Sochi no. Let's see. Donai is the concept and way of saying either do or dona. So, let's see. To be what way or to be what kind? Let's see. Sochi no. Let's see. Sochi. Oh, that's right. Sochida. Sochida no. Sochi no Jokyo. State of affairs situations. Jokyo. From status, condition, circumstances, and condition, situation. So, situations, conditions. So, Jokyo. So, Sochi no Jokyo. So, the situation over there. Okay, he's basically saying this question reverse. In proper, like, writing order would be Sochi no Jokyo wa donai ya. But he said it in reverse. Donai ya Sochi no Jokyo wa. So in other words, what way is this situation over there, or basically what's going on over there? Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Explain the grammar of... Let's see. Donai, colloquial question meaning how is it or what's wrong. It's like... Donai, okay. Then Sokchi no Jokyo wa, a fragment specifying the topic meaning as for the situation over there. Okay, the first part, donai. Okay, this is a contraction of do meaning how and nai, evolving into the phrase doi or doya. In standard Japanese, corresponds to do or doshita. In the hallmark of Kansai dialect, Osaka, Kyoto, and Kobe. Okay. Yeah, casual, copula, and Western Japanese equivalent to standard da. Together, donaiya functions similar to doshita, or what happened, do, or how is it, but with a rougher, more familiar or regional tone. To be what way or do, okay, or doshite, what way, doing what way, or how are things going over there. So, donai, how is it or what's wrong, okay. It's interesting. So do and nai is where it comes from. So what way doesn't exist, I guess? What's wrong? I don't know. Okay. So in other words, how is it? What's the situation? See, donai ya do nateru. Yeah, concept. Yeah, I don't think it comes from do nateru. No, it's as I've seen in several explanations, it implies like do. Well, the donai at least does implies do or dona, but I guess thinking the expression of donai ya, it just implies, as this was saying, do shite or just do. So donai ya sochi no jokyo, donai ya sochi no kyo jokyo, yeah, donai ya sochi no jokyo, or how are you? What's the situation? Or actually, probably more literally, how are you? The situation over there.
どないやそっちの状況は。大変なことになってしまいました。
大変なことになってしまいました。So let's see. So taihen is serious problem. So and then koto's thing. So there's a serious problem. And then natte, so it's became, and then shimaimashita, so past tense of ended up. So it ended up becoming a serious problem, or in other words, there's a serious problem. Let's see. Let's see, things have gotten really bad. So let's explore why it was written like this, because couldn't you have used donai directly since it is a noun? Explain the grammar of... I mean, taihen, yeah. Taihen nakoto, okay. Oh, taihen's an I adjective, or keiyoshi. Wait, no, that's not right. It's a... Fukushi adverb, no adjective. Why is this thing saying it's an I adjective? A normalizer meaning thing or matter. During the description, it's a concrete noun phrase, terrible thing, matter. So, not this, it became, and then it has become a terrible matter, or I regret it, or it's now final. This regret, resignation, or finality. So it turned into a disaster. It ended up being a big problem. So it's ended up becoming a huge problem. So, 大変なことになってしまいました。
どないやそっちの状況は。大変なことになってしまいました。さくらちゃん、いきなりだ。どないやそっちの状況は。大変なことになってしまいました。さくらちゃん、いきなりダンスに誘われてしまいました。
いきなり、ダンスに、so いきなり suddenly。
さくらちゃん、いきなりダンスに
誘われてしまいました。Let's see. Oh, 誘われて、okay, 誘う, to invite, to ask, to call for, to take, to attempt to lure, basically, to invite, so, sasowarete, so this is from sasowareru, or received an invite. So then te shimaimashita, so past tense of ended up. So, and then dansu or dancing. So, Sakura suddenly received a dancing invitation. Or Sakura was suddenly asked to dance. So, ikinari, dansu ni sasowarete shimaimashita.
大変なことになってしまいました。さくらちゃん、いきなりダンスに誘われてしまいました。髪の毛くるくるしたお姉ちゃんやろ。
Let's see. Kami no te kuru shita. Let's see. One-chan yaro. Kami no ke. Let's see. Hair. Let's see. Hair on head. Yes. Let's see. Kuru. Whirling, revolving, spinning. What is this kanji, though? So kami is hair, but I thought by definition, when you use the word hair, you're talking about on head. So why do they have kami no ke? Yeah, ke is fur. So, but kami no ke means hair on head. Okay, so kami no ke, kuru or curly, whirling, revolving, spinning, going round, kuru. So kami no ke, kuru shita, so doing curly, whirling hair on head. One-chan yaro. So is it a young lady with whirling around hair on head, essentially? Now, notice again, you see this several times in this episode, he said One-chan, which normally gets translated as sister, but the word doesn't actually exclusively mean sister. It means someone of that appropriate age, so basically any young lady can be referred to as an One-chan. Let's see, the translator says, you mean... so, is it a girl with curly hair, right? Let's see. Kami no ke kuru shita One-chan yaro.
いきなりダンスに誘われてしまいました。髪の毛くるくるしたお姉ちゃんやろ。はい。大丈夫、そいつは楽しいことが大好きなんや。
大丈夫、そいつは楽しみことが大好きなんや。So, it's alright. That person loves to do fun things, I guess. Yeah, loves to do fun things. Okay, in other words, don't worry, she loves having fun. So, daijoubu, soitsu wa otanashimi koto ga daisuki nan ya.
髪の毛くるくるしたお姉ちゃんやろ。はい。大丈夫、そいつは楽しいことが大好きなんや。どうなってんの？楽しいことが大好きなんや。どうな
See, donaten no. I remember correctly, this is abbreviation for Dona Nateru. To explain the grammar of Don Donate no. Okay, so this is the colloquial contraction of Donate iru no desu ka, or meaning what is happening or what is going on. So yeah, nate is from naru, which is to become. So it's in a continuous state of becoming. So nate iru, but it's contracted down to not 10. Not 10 no. Okay, so in other words, what is happening? Don not 10 no.
コロコロしたお姉ちゃんやろ。はい。大丈夫、そいつは楽しいことが大好きなんや。どうなってんの？さくらちゃん、早くお花を止めないと。どうなってんの？さくらちゃん、
Sakura-chan hayaku ohana o let's see, tomeru, yeah, tomenai to. So Sakura-chan, with her, let's see, I think she says that as 2 words, let's see.
楽しいことが大好きなんや。どうなってんの？さくらちゃん、早くお花を止めないと。どうなってんの？さくらちゃん。
Let's see, not stopping the flowers. So if you do not quickly stop the flowers, okay. Oh yeah, so yeah, set is one phrase. So yeah, hayaku ohana o. Wait, is she saying to or ya?
どうなってんの？さくらちゃん、早くお花を止めないと。どうなってんの？さくらちゃん、早くお花を止めないと。大丈夫、そいつは楽しいことが大好きなんや。どうなってんの？さくらちゃん、早くお花を止めない。
Yes, tomenai. So she's saying to stop, as in to physically stop. Though technically, yameru would also work if we're talking about stopping an action. Odoro iteru. Let's see. To be surprised. Feeling. Oh, she seems more surprised than concerned about what's going on. Let's see. That was Donate teru no yori odoro iteru kanji. Let's see. So tomenai from tomeru, transitive to stop. Hence why it takes an object ohana. So you don't stop the... So, yeah, this is another example of the way they construct things in Japanese. This toe is often described in English translation as like an if, but what's literally going on again is they're saying with, an exclusive if, with. So, with not stopping the flowers quickly, something bad will happen, but that's understood, so they don't have to say that. So in that sense, it's making an if statement because it's linking two things together, saying that if you don't stop the flowers quickly, this is the only possible outcome, essentially. But the toe here is really just nothing more than just a with. So with not stopping the flowers quickly. So Sakura-chan, hayaku ohana o tomenai to.
なんやどうなってんの？さくらちゃん、早くお花を止めないと学校が埋まってしまいます。
Oh, she actually does complete the statement. 学校が学校が埋まってしまいます。埋まってしまいます。Or the school will end up being buried. So if you don't stop the flowers quickly, the school will be buried. So 学校が埋まってしまいます。どう
なってんの？さくらちゃん、早くお花を止めないと学校が埋まってしまいます。汝のあるべき姿に戻れ。
汝のあるべき姿に戻れ。So Nanji, that's an archaic way of saying you, and then arubeki, ideal, and then sugata, form, so idea form. So modore, command form of return, in other words, return to your ideal form. フラワー or hana, as you see in the kanji.
そうや、フラワーのカードや。さくらの。フラワー？そうや。
So yeah, yo, that's correct. Flower no card, yeah, it's the flower card.
フラワー？そうや、フラワーのカードや。さくらの学校運動会やったやろ。
Sakura no Gakko, Undo Kai, Yatta Yaro. So physical training meeting is the more literal translation of Undo Kai, but as you say it in English, it's like a field day or a sports day at school. Undo Kai. So the school physical training meeting or the school sports day, essentially, or field day. So Sakura's school's field day, then yatta to be doing. So basically, I wonder what she was doing at Sakura's school's field day. And that's actually why they have this yaro here to have the implication of I wonder. Oh wait, yatta Oh, that's right. This is kansai ben, so I have to see if it's something else. See, explain the grammar of. Okay, they seem to think it's yaru, the verb yaru. This is kansai ben. Is this from yaru or the past tense version of ya? So while yaru does exist as a verb meaning to do, casual, or to give, okay. In this specific phrase, yatta yaro, the first yatta is derived from the copula ya, and not the verb yaru. Okay, so it seems to think that this is from yatta, as in past tense of ya, instead of yatta, the past tense of yaru. Let's see. Doesn't the noun before need a verb? Okay, okay, so they're thinking it's yatta as in past tense ya, so okay. So it was Sakura's school's field day, or I wonder. So I I wonder why she was at Sakura's school's field day, or Sakura no gakko undo kai yatta yaro.
そうや、フラワーのカードや。さくらの学校運動会やったやろ。フラワーは祝い事とか楽しいことがあると浮かれるんや。フラワーは祝い事
フラワーは
とか楽しいことがあると浮かれる。
フラワーは let's see 祝い事 celebration 祝い事 auspicious occasion from celebrate and thing. So a thing that's a celebration or is iwai goto or celebration. So flower wa say celebrations and then toka and then let's see. So celebrations tonashi koto fun things ga aru. So celebrations and other things not being listed that have fun things, then ukareru to make merry. So rerunya. So as for flower, let's see, celebrations and other things, fun things have. Okay, let's see. Like to make merry fun things, or flower gets all giddy whenever when there's a celebration or something fun. see. Explain the grammar of. Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay, that's it. Yata yaro is data desho. Let's see. Kono yata wa shita to wa chigau yo. Okay. Let's see, hyogen. Let's see, muzikashi hyogen. Let's see, ukareru ya wa muzikashi hyogen. So, ukareru is a difficult expression. See, getting carried away. Okay. Make me. Oh, that's right. The particle on the end of a. Wait. I thought you had to. I thought the list had to end with toka though. So I thought by having toka, they're ending the list. But it looks like they're continuing it with Tanoshi Koto. Ukareru. Let's see. Translates to flower tends to get carried away when there's celebrations or happy events. Okay, this is a colloquial observation likely from a Kansai dialect speaker. Personifying for flowers. Okay, let's see. Particle usage. Wa and toka. The particle wa makes flower as the topic of the sentence, indicating that the statement is specified about flower. Okay. Particle toka is used to list examples non-exhaustively, similar to things like or such as. In this sentence, it connects Iwai Goto celebrations and Tanoshi Koto happy things, implying that there are other similar occasions not explicitly mentioned. Unlike the particle ya, which lists nouns but is more formal and exhaustive, toka allows an open-ended list and can follow verb phrases. Here it softens the statement by suggesting that it's just examples of situations where flower gets carried away. Conditional to structure. The particle to, to function as a conditional marker, meaning when or if. In this context, it indicates a natural consequence. Whenever happy events occur, flowers inevitably gets carried away. The usage of to implies that the results, ukareru, getting carried away, happens automatically or habitually when the condition happy events is met. The verb structure, verb adjective play form plus to creates a conditional clause that suggests the inevitability rather than a hypothetical situation. This differs from conditional forms like ba or tada, which can imply more uncertain or speaker intention. Okay, so toka does not have to be end with. It can be used just like to in the fact that it's in the middle of the list. But the fact that you're using toka at all implies that it's a non-exhaustive list. So, iwai goto toka tanoshi koto. So, celebrations and fun things. So, having celebrations and fun things. And then To quotes that whole thing, saying with having celebrations and fun things. And then we talk about the original subject, flower. So flower gets married or gets carried away, as some translations have it. And because they're using the to or with this, then this happens. They're saying that there is no other option. With this happening, getting ukareru has to happen. There was no other option. Hence that conditional if things. If this happens, then that happens. So flower wa iwai, let's see, that kanji comes from, oh yeah, celebrate, yeah. Flower wa iwai goto toka tanoshii koto ga aru to ukareru ya.
そうや、フラワーのカードや。さくらの学校運動会やったやろ。フラワーは祝い事とか楽しいことがあると浮かれるんや。え？パパーとケーキ漬けに花でも降らしたろと思ったんやろな。
Papa to something.
パパーとケーキ漬けに花でも降らしたろと。
See, hana de mo furashitaro to omotan yaro. Let's see, keikizu, putting life into animating, cheering up. Okay, so this comes from suku, essentially. Suke. Oh, this actually comes from sukeru, but this is its noun form, suke. And then the Tenten rune makes it zuke. I see transitive. Okay, to attach. Okay. Scenery, spirit. So attaching scenery and spirit, aka putting life into or animating or cheering up. Keikizuke. Oh, okay. Nana mai 3 wa keiki wo tsukeru. So that comes from that. Okay. Toimashita. Let's see. Kote kote no kansai ben yana. User who uses an online. Kote kote. I've not heard that word. Kote kote. Let's see. Okay. Kote kote. Adjective phrase meaning strong or authentic or thick. It originates from kotori, rich, heavy. Kote kote specifically describes something as intense or unmistakable. Okay, yeah, so heavy kansai ben accent, yeah. Let's see. Keiki. business condition, good economic times, liveliness, energy. So attach liveliness. So scenery and spirit mind is liveliness, and this new word that they make, because they don't show it as two different words. Notice how the Daku 10 is here, so it has to be its own word. It can't just be a dropped particle since there's a Daku 10 here. So there's Keikizuke is basically attaching liveliness, or in other words, putting life into something. Papato, so with energy. So with energy, attaching liveliness, I guess. Papato. Hanade, so this Hanademo. Fuda Shitara from Fudasu to send rain to shed. Fuda Shita. Okay, this is a kansai thing. Let's see. Fudasu can conjugate to Fudashita. But there's a row on the end of this. Explain the grammar of let's see. Papato is a mimetic word describing an action that happens suddenly, quickly, or flashly. The elegantly vowel A, okay, and the small su indicates a brief but expansive burst. Papato. Okay, so it modifies the word Fudasu, suggesting the flowers were scattered in a sudden, showy burst rather than slowly. Let's see. Keikizuke, idiom meaning to liven things up to boost morale. Then Hana demo, Furashitaro, Hana flower demo, particle meaning something like or even or at least. Here it softens the suggestion implying flowers or something similar rather than specifying just flowers. It suggests a casual selection of items to achieve the goal. Furashitaro, it's a contraction of Furashite Yaro. Furashite Yaro, okay. Furasu is causative transitive verb means to make rain. Wait, that's causative? See, Furashite. Okay, so it's not like a causative form word, it just is inherently a causative word. So, Furashite Yaro. This contraction, the te somehow disappears. Oh, the te and ya combined together make ta, which is why I thought it was past tense or something. and then the U gets dropped off, so furashite becomes furashitaro. In casual speech and contact dialogue, the evolutionary U often shifts to yo and ro after certain verbs. Furashite becomes furashitaro. Oh, this is taro. Yeah, that's right. See, yo often shifts to yo or ro after certain verbs. Okay. Speculation. So, okay. To omotan yarona. So, standard to dado indicates a conjecture. I bet, or probably, I wonder. Okay. While the verb furasu is transitive, to cause to fall, the construction of teyaru embedded in furashitaro adds a layer of agency. The actor isn't just dropping flowers, they are doing it for the crowd or the event. In some contexts, if the receiver didn't want flowers rained on them, this could be interpreted as an imposed action, but here it combined with kekizuke, celebration, it is framed as a generous, energetic gesture. So, papato kekizuke. See, they said papato was flashily, wanted a flashly or with energy, like put life into the party. So, let's see. Okay, so the Furashitaro wa Taro wa Byojungo standard language Byojungo de wa Furashiteyaro. Okay, yeah. So, Kansai ben da kara ta wa kako de wa nine tomo. So, from Kansai ben, ta is not archaic, I thought. Let's see. Since it's Kansai dialect, I don't think ta indicates the past tense. Yeah, in this particular word, it does it because it's a contraction. Uh, but yeah, so and this it's just a contraction of Fuda shite yaro, as you were saying, and the te and ya get contracted to ta, and hence the common thing you see in volutional and concept in of taro. From all the times that the te form gets used with volutional, and that combines together to make the taro sound. But ta does get used for past tense in kansai ben. It's not, this ta is not past tense. Okay, so let's see. Papate keiki zuke ni okay, yeah, that's right. Hana demo furashitaro. I wanted to look that up. Let's see, hana, and then a particle meaning something like, or even, or at least. Here it softens to suggest implying flowers or something similar rather than specifically just flowers. It suggests a casual selection of items, like, sprinkling something like flowers. Okay. Well, konnichiwa, pod neti studio genki desu ka? How are you? So, papote keiki zuke ni hana demo furashitaro to umottan yaro na. So I wonder if she thought that spreading. Okay, why is this in volutional tense? I can understand why this last yaro is here, but why is this in volutional tense? Okay, the construction te yaru. Let's see, the construction te yaru embedded in Furishitaro adds a layer of agency. The actors. Oh, this isn't yaro. This is yaru. The verb yaru, to do. Yaru doing something with effort, implying doing it for someone else. So that's right. So taro is a contraction from yaru. It has to be yaru to do the taro contraction, if I remember correctly. So doing scattering of things like flowers. So for the purpose of livening that up. So I wonder if she thought she could liven things up for other people by scattering flowers. Papato keiki zuke ni hana demo furashitaro to omottan yaro na.
おえパパーとケーキ漬けに花でも降らしたろと思ったんやろな。で、このカード何ができるの？
で、このカード何ができるの？ So de is just being used as a connecting particle, like saying, continuing from that statement, and then, so this card, what is it able to do? So what is this card able to do? で、このカード、何ができるの？
降らしたろと思ったんやろな。で、このカード何ができるの？いろんな種類の花が出せる。 いろんな種類
いろんな something の花が、で、出せる。出せる。Let's see, that's from dasu, so daseru, that's potential form. Yeah. Idon, so various variety of sorts of, okay. Shurui, variety, kind, type, category. So species, kind, class, and sorts. So various categories or various species of flowers make able to make them able to bring them out. So in other words, able to bring out various flowers, or in other words, able to make them appear. Or as another way of saying it, can produce all kinds of flowers. Okay, so
で、このカード何ができるの？いろんな種類の花が出せる。何ができるの？いろんな種類の
that was shurui, yeah, shurui. いろんな種類の花出せる。
売らしたろと思ったんやろな。で、このカード何ができるの？いろんな種類の花が出せる。それだけ？
それだけ that's it?
いろんな種類の花が出せる。それだけ？まあ、今回は危ない目に遭わんで済んだやろ。今回は
今回は危ない目に
遭わんで済んだ。
See, mama, so, passable. Now. Let's see, oh my, dear me. So I think it's like now in this situation. And then, konkai this time. Abunai me. So, seen danger, and then, one day, let's see. Oh, that's right, this is, contracted from awanai, so awan. So, and this kind of kanji used for to meet, meanings like meeting kind of danger as it's being used in this sentence. Basically, not meaning a physical thing, but meaning meeting a non-physical concept, like meet danger. So, mama konai wa abunai me. So, do not meet, and then it's awande, then sunda, to finish, to end, to be completed, to have a result, to feel at ease. Sumu. I wonder if it's to feel at ease. So to not end or to not feel it. Are you are you, Yado, like, I wonder, like, are you not at ease or something? I guess that's what the translator says. Let's see. Explain the grammar of. Well, looks like you managed to avoid any trouble this time, didn't you? Let's see, let's see, Mama acting as a calming interjection equivalent to there are easy now. Konkai, okay, this time, okay, Abunai me ni awan de sunda. This is a Kansai dialect, original variation of the standard Japanese. Okay, Abunai me. Oh, that's right. Me, that can mean situations. So, dangerous situations. Basically, what you see, aka the situation. Abunai me, dangerous situation. Let's see. A one day, okay. Is a casual theft from variant of a one da. Okay. Okay. A one day casual theft from variant, okay. Oh, oh, this is like a one night day. Wait, that's more like don't meet danger. Let's see, and then sunda, sufficient or ended, meaning we were able to get by without getting into trouble. We avoided dangerous situations. Yado, a Kansai dialect sentence any particle used for confirmation or seeking agreement, similar to desho or ne. It implies right or you know. So the entire sentence translates to now. We've managed to avoid trouble this time, didn't we? Or calm down. We got lucky and avoided danger this time. So not being in danger was sufficient. Or in other words, we avoided being in danger. So why is sunda used here? Yeah, let's see. Nanamai 3 wa you were able to avoid a dangerous situation, weren't you? Toimashita. In this context, sunda is the past tense of sumu, which means to finish, to end, to be settled. When combined with the negative form of a verb, and in this case, the Kansai dialect form of awande instead of the standard awazuni or awanaide. The grammar pattern zuni sunde or dialectically nde sunda expresses relief that a undesirable event was avoided. So it translates to managed to get by without, okay, or ended up not having to. It implies that a negative outcome encountering danger trouble was possible or expected, but fortunately the situation concluded without happening. Dialect standard variation. Standard Japanese abunai me ni awazu ni sunda or abunai me ni awanai des sunda. That's right. They said in the command form of something, if when used as a command form like awanai de, which is how you generally say like don't meet, basically, like in this case don't meet danger. I believe the grammar of it said it implies like while doing the do something else, which is what comes after it, while doing this. So in other words, like hashira nai de, you're saying to do something else when it comes after the de, but you're not really saying what's after the de while not running. That's how the grammar works out. So here it sounds like sunda is sort of being used like shimau, where shimau like has tend to regret or inevitability even though you don't want it to happen, while sunda has a like, oh, it's a good thing that did end up happening kind of thing. So like shimau tends to be used for something that ended up happening that's negative. It sounds like sunda gets used, or sumu gets used for things that ended up happening that are positive. So in other words, you ended up not being uh not not being in a dangerous situation or not meeting a dangerous situation. So konkai. So well, at least this time you ended up not being in a dangerous situation, at least, right? So 今回は危ない目に遭わんで済んだやろ。
どんな種類の花が出せる？それだけ？まあまあ、今回は危ない目に遭わんで済んだやろ。まあまあ、今回。
質問がありますか? Are there any questions? Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Right. Okay, good. Glad I got that understanding, Nanami. Nanamai. So that's actually interesting. I have not really seen many examples of sumu being used like that, being used as like the counterpart to shimau. This is like my first time I can think of seeing sumu used like that. Okay, so if there's no questions, we're going to raid, so please stick around for that. Let's see. Sumu wa shimau to wa chotto chigau. Let's see. Sumu with... So yeah, so sumu and shimau are differ. I think you're saying. Let's see. Yeah, sumu is a little different from shimau. Okay. Yeah, but what I was getting from my understanding is that any case you want to say sort of like end up in the sense that you say it with shimau, but you want to say it in a positive sense instead of in the negative sense that you use with shimau, you essentially use sumu, if I understand that correctly. So sumu wa have done. Shimao wa unintentionally involved. Okay. So like for example, if you finish your exam, you might use sumu on the end of a sentence like that. But if you failed your exam, you might use shimau on the end of a sentence like that, since it wasn't intentional. But both of those have to end up with being like having ended up doing something. With sumu being what you intended to do, and shimau being what you did not intend to do. So dot tomo. So that is correct, I think. Okay. So the first person we're gonna rate is Kanade. Okay, let's see. Actually, let's do something a little different today. We're gonna rate Nabby, who's oh, okay, and she does not have a rating on. Let's see, one moment. Let's see, studio. Okay. We're gonna raid Ginra83 for the second raid, who's currently... He speaks Japanese instead of English. See, for the third raid, we're gonna... Okay. Okay, let's see. The third raid's gonna go to... Let's see. Oh, okay. We're gonna raid Gamer Grill, who's currently trying to play Dead Rising 3. I wonder if this is the same boss he was trying to do previously. Okay, I guess we'll just raid Kanade because I can't seem to get the other raid going because of YouTube issues. Okay, so Minasan o kyotsukete. Mata ashita. Goodbye, everyone. See you tomorrow.